And tonight? He wants to go live now, he wants to do a bit of an intro.
Okay.
Okay. What's okay to you? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good afternoon from Woodleigh Park. Very welcome to our live streaming of today's AIR Division 1B match between Highfield RFC and Old Wesley RFC. Both teams are unbeaten and we've won 5 out of 5 matches today. Highfield topped the league thanks to their superior points difference of 71 against Old Wesley 62. Both teams have 2 try bonus points and sit on top of the league on 22 points, 6 clear of third place St. Mary's Hospital. And a very warm welcome for our club members and friends who are based away from home. Many indeed are joining us from all parts of the country. You're very welcome to our game today. Very exciting prospect, top of the table clash between Highfield and Old Wesley. The Highfield team shows a number of changes from the last outing against Belvedere. With Ian McCarthy coming in at 3 for Darren Fitzgerald. And Luke Kingston returns from injury, full back. And number 10, James Taylor returns at 10 to replace Shane O'Riordan, who's had a really good impact in the last number of games for the club. So there's serious competition to replace. At hooker, Travis Cooney replaces Rob Murphy. On the bench, and Dave O'Sullivan is on the bench for his first time this season. On the Old Wesley side, there are a number of connections. Ben Burns, brother of Sam, who plays for Highfield, so the Burns family will be divided at today's game. And Charlie O'Regan is the son of Alex O'Regan, former Highfield star. And another Cork connection is Paul Darrow, son of Paul, who played for Cork and Munster at UCC. So Wesley's number 7, Josh Pym, is the third generation of established players for Wesley, his former grandfather having played in the Ruben Finn is the former captain of the Wesley football. So the teams for today's game line out as follows. For Old Wesley, number 1, Cronin Gleeson. Number 2, Ben Burns. Number 3, Rob O'Donovan. Number 4, Dave O'Dean. Number 5, captain inside today. Number 6, Paul Durham. Number 7, Josh Taylor. Number 8, Ruben in the back. Number 9, Ben Murphy. Number 10, Ian Cassidy. Number 11, number 12, Ian Deegan. 13, Jack Hopkins. Number 14, Thomas Callahan. Number 15, Connor Gaskell. Number 16, Rob Byrne. Number 17, Dan Kelly. 18, Dave Fay. 21, Charlie Regan. 21, Number 1, James Watford. Number 2, Travis Cooney. Number 4, David O'Connell. Number 5, Jessica O'Sullivan. Number 6, Ryan Murphy. 7, Conor Gallagher. 8, Maya Coleman. Number 9, I saw it.
What's that? What's that? I just was going to know. All right.
When he was 19.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Get a ball, lad!
Very good side. Very
Let's go now, Highfield! Boys, let's go, Wesley!
drop off for old Wesley.
Yeah, that's your turn! That's your turn! Your turn!
Mr. O'Sullivan gets up well. Gets Mr. O'Sullivan.
Yes! Go ahead, boys!
Taylor. Adio 2. Luke Kingston.
Taylor! Offside!
Travis Cooney. On the ground just before the halfway. O'Toole finds Kingston on the wing. Kingston driving forward. Bannon feeds O'Connell. Back to Taylor. Inside. To Ryan Russell. Bannon again. Finds Taylor. O'Toole makes look for the gap.
Hands are on the dick!
Nice, Kevin!
Taylor. Taylor sidestep. Gets inside. Bannon's looking again. Looks for O'Sullivan in the centre. Bannon. Dorgan. Well tackled.
Offside! Finty, get him out!
And Ben Murphy lofts it high in the air. Trouble for Kingston there. Lost it in the sun. A good box kick by Ben Murphy. Leaves Wesley with a line out halfway between the 10-metre line and the 22 and the Highfield half. And Burns to put in again. First line out was successfully taken by Ian McGann. Burns. This time it's contested by Fintan O'Sullivan. It's got hands on it. Wesley maintained possession. Deegan. Paul Durham. Wesley keeping possession. And Highfield have robbed it. And Kingston finds Taylor. Taylor looking for the open space. Well called by fullback Gaston. Makes the counter-attack. Now Wesley. Long pass to the wing. Unfortunately, the pass. The referee has called it back for an offside by Highfield. And Ian Cassidy finds a good touch. About 2 metres outside the Highfield 22. Ben Burns to put it into the line. Wesley comes under a bit of pressure. And they go with the front move and it works well. Burns on the run. Tackled well by Rochford. And a break here. And the referee giving Highfield the penalty for offside. Good break there by JJOD. And Wesley will count themselves unlucky to concede the penalty about 5 metres out from the line. Taylor to look for the touch. Outside of the boot. Finds a very good touch from a very tight angle. And it's Travis Cooney to put in about 3 metres out from the Highfield 22. Highfield will be looking to secure possession here. Here they're lads. O'Connell takes it at 2. And he's impeded in the air. Impeded in the air by JJOD. And the referee gives the penalty for making contact in the air. O'Connell took a great ball at 2. Taylor now looking for touch again. And again finds a good touch. 2 metres inside the Wesley half. Kumi to throw it in. Kumi. And O'Connell again. This time he loses it in the air. Goes back on the Wesley side. And knocked. The referee says, tackling the man without the ball. Penalty against Highfield. And Luke Kingston finds James Taylor. And Taylor finds a very good touch yet again. Very little between the sides so far. Very even contest. A lot of the game being played between the 22s. Neither side has yet managed to get on top. Very evenly matched in the pack. And Wesley go with the short line out again. A lot of movement in the line out. Well taken by number 8, Ruben Pym. Goes out the line. Wesley building from their own 22. Murphy feeds it out to Paul Durham. Out the line. Great drive there by JJOD. And O'Connell makes a great tackle. And Highfield penalised for not rolling away. O'Connell made a great tackle. And the touch judge is drawing the referee's attention to something. The referee and the touch judge having a bit of a chat. And let's see what they come up with. It's still, the decision stays penalty to Old Wesley. And Ian Cassidy to take. Kicks a good touch. Again, just outside the Highfield 22. This time Wesley are going with a full line out. Scrum half Ben Murphy has gone into the line. Number 8 Ruben Pym standing at scrum half. The referee explaining about the numbers to pack leader Fenton O'Sullivan. Ben Burns to put in again. This time Pym steps into the line, takes it beautifully. Ben Murphy knocked on. Taylor, chance for Highfield here. Dorgan, O'Toole got through the tackle. Set up. Bannon, Cronin drives forward. And Highfield are penalised for holding on. And referee Shane Kearns brings the penalty forward 10 metres for something somebody said. Holding on the ground. Old Wesley contesting very successfully at the ruck. Cassidy. This time about 5 metres inside the Highfield 22. 13 minutes on the clock. Still 0-0. A very tightly contested match so far. No side really on top. Wesley have a chance here. Inside the Highfield 22. Burns with the put into the line out. Well taken by OD. Comes out the line to number 7, Josh Pym. Good tackle. Out to Cassidy. And Jack Costigan. Caught in possession. Comes out to Rob O'Donovan. Highfield contest. Cassidy. Good tackle by O'Connell in the middle of the pitch for Highfield. Cassidy finds winger Thomas O'Callaghan. Murphy. Cassidy again, out the line. And Cronin almost intercepted. Cassidy again. Well tackled by O'Toole. Murphy finds McGann. And Wesley still going forward in the middle of the pitch. Highfield looking for a forward pass there, but Wesley retained possession. And now they've lost it. Highfield will be delighted with their defence on that occasion. Seriously good defence. And Paul Durham penalised for holding on to the ball. And that's a huge kick by Taylor. Brings play about 5 metres outside the Wesley 22. Great kick. And referee talking to the captains, laying down the law. And Ian McGann goes back to explain to his team. And Chris Bannon has a chat with the Highfield lads. So, line out for Highfield. Travis Coomey to put in. Attacking position for Highfield. Well taken again by Ryan Murphy. Great drive by the Wesley defence. And they came offside. Fast. Bannon took a fast one. Needs support. And gets another penalty for hands on the ground. It's a very good attacking position. Great thinking by Captain Chris Bannon there. Took the penalty quickly. And Wesley penalised for handling the ball on the ground. Inside the 22. Taylor going for the corner. Highfield have been very successful with their line-out maul in the first 5 matches of the season. Had a bit of trouble with Old Belvedere last week, who defended them all very well. It'll be interesting to see how they do here now against a very strong Wesley pack. So still no score, 17 minutes on the clock. Been a very tightly contested game. And that superb kick by Taylor puts Highfield in a very strong position now. Ryan Murphy receiving some attention. Did very well on the line out. And players taking the opportunity to take on some water. Murphy still receiving attention. And Highfield will be hoping to gain some points from this position. Very promising attacking position here for the Highfield line out. And Ryan Murphy is back on his feet. A little bit of a hobble as he goes back into the line. And Travis Coomey prepares to throw into the line out. Coomey finds Fintan O'Sullivan. Good take. Highfield try to organise them all. They've got to move on now. They've got to shove on here. Great drive, and they have a penalty, so they have a free play. Still driving forward. Right up to the line, the referee gives the penalty. Penalty for going in for the side. And what will Taylor do here? He's going to go to the corner again. Highfield will be encouraged by that maul. And they'll hope to get even nearer the line with this line out. Very well taken last time by Fintan O'Sullivan. Very organised maul. Forced the penalty. Coomey to put in again. Again finds O'Sullivan. This time Wesley get the drive on. Highfield going backwards. But they still have possession. And Highfield now more organised, the ball going forward. Referee. And the referee says it was knocked on. And Wesley bench are going wild because that was a very important bit of defending by the Wesley pack. Highfield had the forward momentum, but the ball was knocked on. So scrum to Wesley, just on their own line. And still no score after 20 minutes of the game. A very evenly contested match. Neither side getting on top. They've really cancelled each other out so far. And one of the Wesley players down receiving attention. And water break. So both teams taking the opportunity to take on some water. And no score so far, but a very intriguing contest between two very good sides. And Highfield, an embarrassment of riches at number 10 with James Taylor kicking superbly today, finding some great touches. And Shane O'Riordan on the bench had an outstanding game last day against Old Belvedere. And on the Highfield bench, also we have young Ronan O'Sullivan, who was with Christians this time last year and is now, after scoring 3 tries for Highfield so far this season. A very, very promising prospect. So they take on the water. And we will resume with a Wesley scrum. Very near their own line. So far, the lineout's been very, very evenly contested. So it'll be very interesting to see if Highfield can put some pressure on the Wesley scrum near their own line.
Right. All good. 45 minutes.
So, referee is calling for a substitution. And there'll be a substitution on the Wesley side. Number 18, Will Fay, goes on. And he goes into the second row. I think in the place of JJOD, who seems to have suffered a head injury. So, Ben Murphy to put in. And Highfield caught for the early shove. Penalty to Wesley. Highfield will be a bit disappointed there. to concede a penalty so near the Wesley line. Over enthusiastic there by the Highfield front row. And Cassidy clears his lines, brings play midway between the 22 and the halfway line on the Wesley side. And Kumi will put in for Highfield. O'Sullivan again. Clean take from Murphy. Kumi. Kumi makes a great break. Brought to ground. Bannon finds Cronin. Well tackled. Gallagher. Chris Bannon finds Dave O'Connell. Well tackled again. Great defence by Wesley. Comes out the line. Ryan Murphy driving forward. Bannon finds Kumi. Support from McCarthy. This time out to Dave O'Connell in the middle of the park. Again, good tackling by the Wesley defence. Finds Taylor. Taylor finds Dorgan. Dorgan steps inside. Bannon again. Gallagher. Bannon. This time O'Connell out in the middle of the park. Tries to step inside a tackle. Well brought down by Durham. Taylor. Taylor. O'Toole. O'Toole makes a little break. Gets to ground. Bannon again. Finds Kumi again in the middle of the park. Well contested by Wesley. Bannon. Taylor. Dorgan. Dorgan makes a great break. Feeds out to Cronin. Very near the line. Right on the Wesley line. And again, superb defence by Wesley right on their own line. The Highfield player held up and the ball lost in contact. Scrum to Old Wesley. And actually the substitution was Josh Pym, number 7, who returns, having got some treatment on that injury, and Will Fay returns to the touchline. So Wesley will be delighted with that defending. Highfield have got the upper hand for the last while, but have no points to show for it. With 27 minutes on the clock, still 0-0. Highfield have been putting on a lot of pressure, but nothing on the scoreboard so far. Another very important scrum now, very near the Wesley line. Highfield will be hoping to put a bit of pressure on the scrum. Murphy to put in. Ben Murphy feeds the scrum. The scrum holds. Scrum holds. Murphy feeds it out. Deegan made good ground. Still inside the 22. Highfield contested. And this time, Murphy clears and finds a good touch. But the line out is to Highfield. Again, halfway between the 22 and the halfway. Good attacking position if they can secure good possession in the line out. And the line-out has been functioning very well. Fenton O'Sullivan and Dave O'Connell both doing extremely well in the line-out. So Kumi to throw in. Ryan Murphy. Kumi does well to come back and tidy up from the drop ball. Chris Bannon feeds Dave O'Connell. Bannon again. Finds Taylor. Taylor back inside to Paul Stack. Sets it up in the middle of the park. Bannon. Rochford drives forward. Bannon again. McCarthy. Well tackled in the middle of the park. And Wesley will be delighted with that. A super tackle by Ian McGann there in the middle of the park. And Wesley will have the put into the scrum. McCarthy just about to set off, was still carrying the ball a little high, but really well tackled. So Murphy prepares to put in yet another scrum. Highfield hoping to put a bit of pressure on. Murphy feeds the scrum holds. Murphy finds full-back Conor Gaston. And the forward pass to Jack Costigan. Great pressure from the Highfield defenders. So this time, it's Chris Bannon with the put in. Both teams really cancelling each other out in the first half an hour of this game. So we have a scrum now, just on the Wesley side of the halfway line. Chris Bannon prepares to put in. The scrum goes down. Fintan O'Sullivan cleaning Ian McCarthy's boots for him, making sure he gets that grip. And we go to set again. Nothing between these two sides. And a lot of these lads know each other. Several of the Highfield lads played with UCC, and several of the old Wesley lads played with UCC. So I can see a lot of them chatting to each other on the pitch. Right, Bannon to put in. Ball in. Secured at the back. And penalty Highfield. Penalty Highfield. Good pressure by Ian McCarthy. McCarthy getting the better of Cronin Gleeson on that occasion. Penalty to Highfield. And Taylor finds a very good touch deep in the Wesley half. And that'll give the Highfield pack a lift. Getting slightly on top. Definitely Highfield have more possession and more pressure. But as I say, still no score, with over half an hour of the game gone. So, Kumi. O'Sullivan struggled with it, but got it. He's got possession. Bannon waits for possession. Taken forward by Ryan Murphy. And Cronin, always willing to have a go. O'Connell, not knocked on, says the referee. And the ball is popped out to Murphy. Highfield, at the moment, keeping it in the forwards. McCarthy pops it. Bannon finds Taylor. Gavin O'Leary stopped in the middle of the park. O'Connell there again. Bannon finds Rochford. Bannon, Taylor. Taylor makes a nice break. Kicks it through. And a penalty to Highfield. The referee's calling it, I think, for an offside. Not rolling away. Calling Wesley for not rolling away. Penalty in front of the posts. And I don't think Taylor will think twice about this one. I think he'll take the points if he can. So, with 34 minutes on the clock, the first kickable penalty of the game, James Taylor is going to go for the posts. And to be fair, it's no more than Highfield deserved to get some points on the board because they have been putting a lot of pressure on. They've had a number of scrums on the line, a number of lineouts on the line. I have nothing to show for it, which is a great tribute to the Wesley defence. So Taylor with the kick, almost directly in front of the posts. Right-footed, makes no mistake. So James Taylor with a penalty puts Highfield 3 points up after 35 minutes of the game. Highfield 3, Old Wesley 0. And Highfield will be glad that they had some points to show for all that pressure. And Ian Cassidy prepares to drop off for Old Wesley. Goes long. Called by Cronin. Cronin feeds Taylor. And Taylor yet again. A towering kick taken on the wing there by David Poff. Inside to his fullback, Conor Gaston. Brought to ground just inside the Highfield half. Cassidy feeds it out to the centre. Solid defence there by Paul Stack and Mark Dorgan. Fed back inside to Josh Pym. Wesley feed it out the line. And Ian McGann well tackled. Comes out the wing. And great drive up the wing there by Thomas O'Callaghan. Intercepted by Gallagher. O'Toole. Kumi to Fenton O'Sullivan. He's surrounded. He needs support. Bannon, Dorgan, Taylor, Luke Kingston. Kingston pops it inside to Cronin. Popped up. Bannon again. Ian McCarthy drives forward. Good drive by McCarthy. Bannon finds O'Connell. Bannon, Ryan Murphy took the pass very well. Presents it for Bannon yet again. Bannon, long pass out to O'Toole. O'Toole finds Dorgan. Dorgan looking for space. Finds Cronin coming inside again. Cronin brought to ground and penalised. Great defence by Wesley. Highfield had a lot of possession but could make no impact on that Wesley line. Superb defence by Old Wesley. And 38 minutes on the clock. Cassidy will go to touch. And the Wesley line, very resolute there. Highfield probed and probed, but could not get through. So Cassidy finds touch, about 2 metres outside the Highfield 22. So Wesley's first incursion into the Highfield half for a while. And Ben Burns waits while his pack decide on the numbers. This time they've got Josh Pym, number 7, standing at scrum half as Burns puts in. Well taken by JJOD. Wesley now inside the Highfield 22. And just as Wesley did it at the other end of the pitch, The Highfield defence again, very firm, forcing the knock-on and the tackle. And Ben Burns is a bit disappointed with himself there for losing that one forward. Taylor to clear his lines. And does so really well. Huge kick by Taylor. Well inside the Wesley half. So both defences very, very strong in this game. And that's reflected on the scoreline. Highfield 3, Old Wesley 0, as we get very near the half-time whistle. 40 minutes on the clock, but the referee will add, at his own discretion, the stoppage for injury. So, Travis Crumey to put in to the Highfield line. O'Sullivan yet again takes really well. Now Highfield organising them all. And they've got a bit of forward momentum here. They're driving forward. And Bannon comes out with it, makes a break himself. Good break by Bannon. O'Sullivan at scrum half. Drives forward again. The big man, hard to put down. O'Connell, lovely hands to Ryan Murphy. And again, entry from the side. Both teams guilty of silly mistakes in good attacking positions. Wesley will be mightily relieved there because a superb break by Bannon and great work by Ryan Murphy. All spoiled by a side entry. Cassidy will look for touch. And he finds touch just over the halfway line. And Ben Burns to put in. Again, Pym standing at scrum half. And it's got to Pym. Ruben Pym makes a good break. Murphy feeds it out the line. Murphy again. And Cronin Gleeson feeds it inside. Deegan brought to ground. McGann. Cassidy. Finds Deegan, well tackled. And again, very good tackles by Ian McCarthy and Gallagher. McGann. And robbed by Fenton O'Sullivan. Cronin drives forward. Bannon. O'Connell, loose ball. Dorgan juggling with it. Whoa, well done, Dorgan. Lovely pop-up. O'Toole finds Luke Kingston. Luke Kingston in a bit of space. Kingston right up to the halfway line. And referee penalises Wesley for coming over the ball. O'Sullivan, well taken by Cronin. Set up by Ryan Murphy. Bannon, O'Sullivan again. And a great contest there by JJOD. Wins the penalty for Wesley. And both sides doing their best to play attacking rugby. But we reached the half-time with Highfield 3 points ahead. Highfield 3, Old Wesley 0. A really cliffhanger of a game. Both teams actually cancelling each other out very effectively. Both defences really doing well. And at half-time, just to tell you that today's game is being streamed thanks to the generous support of our sponsors, Perfect Reception. They're Ireland's leading hotel call provider that makes sure Irish hotels never miss a call. If you'd like to know more about Perfect Reception, why not check their website at www.reception.ie. And again, we would like to thank our club sponsors, the STS Group, and Mr. Liam Lenihan in particular. Over recent years, the STS Group have been hugely supportive of the club. We'd like to express our appreciation of this ongoing support. Thank you, STS Group. And once again, a very warm welcome to our club members and friends who are based away from home. Many indeed are joining us today from all parts of the globe. You're all very welcome. If you'd like to play your part to help our club, why not play in the Club Lotto online on the website www.highfieldrfc.ie. The jackpot is currently €3,400 and you could be in with a chance of winning from just €2 per week. This would be a great help for our much needed funding of our club. Oh, jeez. Try me again, Maisie. Oh, sorry. Couldn't come over there.
Anthony. 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 Talk to me. Yep.
Okay.
1-2. And second half about to get underway. This time Highfield with the kick. James Taylor with the drop off. I don't see any changes on either side since half time. So Taylor with the dropout. Perfect conditions for a game, no wind. Worth talking about. And a very evenly contested game so far. Taylor puts it up high. Very well taken. Murphy. Cassidy puts it up. Taylor's under it. Taylor takes. And he looks to the corner. Full back, Conor Gaston. Juggled with it, but cleared his lines well. And found a very good touch. 5 metres inside the Highfield half. So first line out of the second half will be to Highfield. And this time, Cronin stays out in the back line. The message goes to Kumi. Kumi to put in. Ryan Murphy, to Bannon, Taylor. And there is Maya Cronin in the middle of the pitch to set it up. Bannon finds O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan on the half break. Lovely offload to Bannon again. Needs support. Taken by Taylor. Gavin O'Leary makes a good bit of ground there. Bannon finds O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan again driving in. Taylor, Dorgan, O'Toole, Cronin again. Stack. Stack has away. He's up the wing. Kicks inside. O'Toole is after it. Oh, it just escapes him. Penalty Highfield. They have a free play. Oh no, not penalty. I beg your pardon. Not a penalty. I thought the way the referee was indicating that he was giving a penalty. But it's cleared very well. Taylor's under it. Taylor to relaunch the attack. Goes infield. Finds Luke Kingston. Luke looking for space. Finds O'Leary on the wing. Gavin O'Leary. Right inside, halfway between the 22 and the halfway line, and the goal line, I beg your pardon. Highfield drive forward yet again. And this time the referee brings it back for offside. Penalty Highfield. Very promising start to the second half by Highfield, with both wings handling the ball and driving forward very well. And Paddy O'Toole very unlucky not to secure possession very near the Wesley line. And Taylor with the relatively simple kick in front of the posts. Highfield will be delighted to get some reward for that super bit of attacking play. Great work by Maya Cronin. And both wings, Stack and O'Leary, made very incisive attacks on both wings. So Taylor taking on the water. Chance to put Highfield 6-0 ahead after only 3 minutes of the second half. Very closely contested game. All of these points will be vital at the final score. So Taylor, Julie slots it. Highfield now lead 6 points to 0 after 3 minutes of the second half. And they'll be very pleased with their opening 3 minutes of that half. Some superb attacking play. The ball spread to both wings. So Wesley trailing 6-0. Ian Cassidy with the drop-off. Goes long yet again. Murphy calls. Ryan Murphy comes forward, driving into the opposition. Bannon calling the orders. Goes to Cronin. Cronin brought down inside his own 22. Bannon again. This time he'll go with the box kick. He actually goes to touch, finds a very good touch. Ball now about 10 metres inside the Highfield half. Very good clearance there by Chris Bannon. Highfield clear their lines well. Now Wesley with the line out. Ben Burns receiving his instructions. Wesley with the full line out this time. And it's taken by Josh Pym. Deegan. Murphy. David Poff. Well tackled. Ben Murphy. Cassidy feeds it out to Josh Pym. Murphy again. Cassidy. Cassidy steps inside this time. Tackled 5 meters into the Highfield half. Referee almost gets caught in the tackle there. He's going to give a scrum. The ref is going to give a scrum to Wesley because he interfered with the play. So Highfield would have been hoping to get the scrum for the maul there, but the referee was caught up in the play and has given the scrum to Old Wesley as they were the team in possession. Mark Dorgan receiving some running repairs as the packs prepare to scrum down. Dorgan has been in great form this season for Highfield. A very powerful runner with the ball. So we're ready to scrummage. And it's Ben Murphy to put in for Wesley. And Highfield get the scrum. Referee indicates crooked in by the scrum half. So Ben Murphy penalised for crooked into the scrum, possibly an indication of the pressure his front row were under. Highfield would be very happy with that. And Bannon calls a scrum again. So Highfield obviously get the feeling they have the edge there on the front row. McCarthy and Rochford. Maybe getting on top of Gleeson and O'Donovan. So this time, Bannon to put into the scrum for Highfield. And this time Wesley rob it. So revenge for the Wesley front row. Luke Kingston finds a very good touch. Very good clearance by Kingston. Rock solid there at the back for Highfield on his return from injury. So Wesley line out. About the 10-metre line. Ben Burns to put it in. And finds Paul Durham. Out the line, Cassidy. Durham in the middle of the park. Cassidy pops it out to Burns. Back inside. And Cronin will consider himself a bit unlucky there. Went for the intercept. Knocked the ball on. But the referee has given the penalty for a deliberate knock-on. Penalty to Wesley. And Cassidy is going to have a go. There's no wind. He's about 2 meters, 3 meters inside the Highfield half, right in the middle of the pitch. And Cassidy is a very good kicker. So it's well within his compass. And Wesley looking to get something on the board. So Cassidy, right foot kicker, goes through his routine. Good strike. But it faded to the right and wide. So the score after 50 minutes of the game remains Highfield 6, Old Wesley 0. Cassidy had the distance, but the ball trailed off to the right-hand side of the post. So the score remains 6-0 to Highfield. And Taylor with the dropout on the 22. Taylor up the middle of the park. Taken by Jack Costigan. Feeds it into Thomas O'Callaghan. Cassidy feeds it to Burns in the middle of the pitch. Cassidy again. Finds Durham. Durham drives forward very well. And the referee penalised Highfield. Oh, and he's given a card for a deliberate offside. So that's an expensive penalty for Highfield. And Cathal Gallagher gets a yellow. After 52 minutes of the game, Highfield reduced to 14 men, and Wesley kick the penalty. Cassidy kicks it inside the Highfield 22. So Wesley will be looking for something here. Highfield a man down. Wesley line out inside the Highfield 22. Burns with the put in. And crooked throw. Expensive mistake there by Wesley. They'll be very disappointed with that. But they're still in a strong attacking position. Highfield have the scrum. And of course, have now only got 7 forwards on the pitch. So Wesley will be hoping to put a bit of pressure on the 7-man scrum. Bannon. The push comes on from Wesley. Well broken at the back by Cronin. And Bannon making a great break here. Finds O'Leary. High tackle. Free play for Highfield. Dorgan straightens. Finds O'Connell. O'Connell throws it out the back. Taylor finds Stack on the wing. Stack charging up the wing. Another high tackle. O'Toole, Rochford, Taylor. Taylor this time with the boot. Oh, and you can hear the groans from the crowd as Maya Cronin unfortunately lost possession over the line. And the referee ordering the Highfield side away. Touch judge got his flag out on the far side. And the referee coming to talk to his other touch judge. There were certainly 2 high tackles there by the Wesley defenders. Depending on how serious he deems them, we might see him take some action. Stack again causing trouble for Wesley on the wing. High tackled by his opposite number. And the referee having words with Ian McGann. Highfield have the option of penalties at either side. Bannon wants it here on the left touchline. And Ben Murphy is penalised and given a yellow card for that high tackle. So both teams now reduced to 14. Woo. So penalty Highfield. Taylor puts it in the corner, and Highfield will be hoping to get some results from their line out here. They have been very effective with their maul from the line out all through the season so far. Referee giving instructions to the teams in the line out. Kume. Oh, the ball went loose. Knocked on, unfortunately, for Will Fay. Great chance to clear his lines. Highfield line out malfunctioning there for the first time. And lucky for them, Fay fumbled the ball. So they now have a scrum in a very promising position. About 2 meters out from the Wesley line. A very, very promising attacking position for Highfield. They'll be disappointed with the malfunctioning line-out, but they're still in a very strong attacking position. And number 11, Paul Stack, has gone in and wing forward, so they'll have an 8-man scrum. So it remains to be seen. The referee not happy with the scrum. Scrum not steady. Highfield again opting for the 8-man scrum, bringing Stack in from the wing. Cuts down their attacking options on this side, but obviously they want a strong scrum. Right, Bannon with the put in. In it goes. And the scrum goes up. Ian McCarthy popping out of the scrum. Referee says both front rows stood up. McCarthy won't be happy with that. They're preparing again. And Highfield making a change. Ian McCarthy be substituted, replaced by Killian Buckley, number 17. And McCarthy gets a big round of applause. He put in a very good shift. The Highfield scrum was very good. McCarthy played a very good game. So now the scrum resets, this time with Killian Buckley, number 17. In for McCarthy. Bannon with the put in. Bannon racing across the pitch. Finds Taylor. Taylor jinks back inside. Very elusive runner, Taylor. Brought down under the post. And taken by Cronin. Highfield keep it in the forwards now. And referee says that's not offside. It looks suspiciously offside. Taylor goes wide. And there is Stack. And, referee calls it back for forward pass. Highfield unfortunate there. Looked like Stack was going to get his 4th try of the season. And change on the Wesley side. Number 20, Paddy McKenzie. Comes in for number 11, David Poff.
Come on, Highfield, let's go, Poff!
Now, this time the scrum. The scrum, actually, I see there's a mistake in my sheet here. That's Charlie O'Regan has gone in at scrum half for Old Wesley, number 20. Feeds the scrum. Solid scrum by Wesley. And it comes to Luke Kingston. Kingston pops it off to Stack. Stack bounces off O'Regan. Into Durham. Cleared. Out to O'Connell. Bannon. Taylor playing scrum half. Out to Coomey. Coomey tackled there by O'D. Bannon has it again. And Buckley driving forward. And penalty to Highfield. Good work there by Killian Buckley. And the Highfield bench anxious to get Gallagher back on the pitch. There's 1 minute left on his yellow card. So Highfield penalty, the middle of the pitch. Players taking on water. And it will be interesting to see if Taylor has a go at the posts. He has the kicking tee in his hand. It looks like he's going to go for the kick. Remember, Highfield 6-0 ahead. 62 minutes on the clock. And this is a very tight game. So Highfield will be very happy if Taylor can convert this penalty into points. Both teams taking on water. And Taylor with a very important kick for Highfield. And both teams taking advantage of the water break. It's been a very tough game, very evenly contested. And Highfield with a slender advantage, 6-0 after 62 minutes. Taylor has put the kicking tee on the pitch. About 3 meters inside the Wesley half, right in the center of the field. Again, Taylor's a very good kicker, should have the distance. But it's a long way out. Taylor with the kick. Doesn't take a big run up. Here he goes. With the right foot. He has the distance. But it faded to the right. So the score remains Highfield 6, Old Wesley 0. Still anybody's game. 64 minutes on the clock. So Wesley with Cassidy to do the dropout. Gallagher's gone back in for Highfield, so they're back to 15. Wesley still at 14. Kingston into Bannon. Taylor. Taylor finds Gallagher. Gallagher back from his yellow card. Bannon makes the break. Feeds it inside to Dorgan. Dorgan. Well tackled by Costigan. Bannon. Buckley. Ryan Murphy. Bannon again. Rochford. Rochford uses the fend well there. Bannon. Dummy run by O'Connell. Taylor finds Stack. Stack has found a gap. Offloads to Bannon. Bannon finds Luke Kingston just short of the line. Bannon again. Try. A try for Highfield. Try for Highfield. And it's a great score there for Highfield. And Cathal Gallagher gets the try. Great, a great attack there. Stack coming in off the wing. Made a great intrusion through the middle of the Wesley defence. Bannon showing great pace. And Gallagher, as all good back rows should be, there in support. Gets his try. And Highfield now need 11-0. 66 minutes gone in the game. 66 minutes on the clock. A very good score for Highfield. Great work by Bannon, Stack and Gallagher. Taylor with the conversion. And he makes no mistake. Highfield 13, Old Wesley 0. And substitutions on both sides. Wesley bring in Paddy McKenzie and Highfield send in Ronan O'Sullivan. A very obvious knock on there. Comes to Taylor. O'Toole fumbles it. Back for the first knock on. Sorry, a wrong call there. The substitution on the Highfield side was Shane O'Riordan. And now Ronan O'Sullivan goes on. And he replaces Cathal Gallagher. And Shane O'Riordan replaced number 14, Gavin O'Leary. Shane O'Riordan is gone in full back, and Luke Kingston is gone to the wing for Highfield. So scrum to Highfield. Bannon with the put in. Good push by Wesley. Bannon gets the ball away. Taylor. O'Toole. O'Toole finds a gap. O'Toole finds a big gap. Races through the middle. Beats another tackle. Superb run by O'Toole. Ryan Murphy in support. Murphy gives it into Dorgan. Came off the leg, we think. Taylor and Stack is in for his fourth try of the season. Superb work from Paddy O'Toole in the middle of the park. And ends up with Paul Stack getting his fourth try of the season for Highfield. Well supported there by Shane O'Riordan. And Highfield now lead 18 points to 0. 18 points to 0 with 69 minutes on the clock. So 18-0. Highfield would be delighted with that. They took advantage of the 15 men against 14 for Gallagher's score, but that was all down to Paddy O'Toole. Paddy O'Toole, veteran, showing really good speed there from the middle of the park to open up the Wesley defence. Taylor, difficult conversion. Pitcher in concentration. And This time he's nailed it. A superb kick by Taylor. With Highfield 20 points to 0 in front. Absolutely brilliant conversion by James Taylor. So Wesley, 20 points down. Cassidy with the drop-off. Puts it high in the air. And O'Connell takes superbly. Highfield set up the maul. And drive it forward. Cronin yet again. Always willing to drive it on. Bannon finds Fintan O'Sullivan. Wesley, solid defense there. Bannon puts it up this time. High ball dropping. Well taken over there by David Poff. And unfortunately for scrum half, O'Regan, a knock on there, scrum to Highfield. And Highfield make 2 further changes. Rob Murphy replaces Travis Coomey. And Eddie Earl replaces Ryan Murphy. So Rob Murphy and Travis Coomey. Travis Coomey coming out there to warm applause. Travis and Ryan and Rob contesting that position all through the season. And Ryan Murphy, Ryan put in a great shift. Did some great work out there today for Highfield. So both can be very happy with their contributions. Now, Highfield have the scrum just inside their own half. And this time they're penalised as the scrum goes down. Cassidy going for the corner. And it's a very good kick. Brings it between the Highfield 22 and the goal line. And 72 minutes on the clock. Highfield 20, Old Wesley 0. Wesley will be hoping to change that scoreline now with this attacking line out. Well taken in the middle by OD. They set up the maul. They're still going forward. They've got momentum here. Now they feed it out. O'Regan out the line. Good defense by Highfield so far. Cassidy picks out Deegan. Deegan is slowed down there by Stack. O'Regan, Cassidy. Cassidy's dancing his way in. Well hit again. O'Regan. Back to O'Callaghan. O'Regan again. This time finds OD. And robbed by Fintan O'Sullivan. Super play there. O'Riordan. And penalty against Highfield. Penalty against Highfield. OD wanted to take a fast one. And Cassidy kicks to touch. And Highfield bring on Dave O'Sullivan for his first outing of the season with the senior team to replace Paddy O'Toole. Paddy went down with a bit of cramp there, but Paddy can be very happy with his afternoon's work. Made a superb break for a try. Wesley go long. Well taken by OD. And now they're breaking on the blind side. Sorry. Byrne. Wesley putting on serious pressure here. Highfield pinned back on their own line now. Wesley will be looking for something out of this. Held up on the line, but the referee has penalised Highfield for going offside. Serious pressure here from Highfield. Quick penalty. Held up again on the line. O'Regan feeds Gleeson. And a try for Wesley. Try for Wesley. Great pressure on the Highfield line. And the try was scored by Cronin Gleeson. Powerful prop. Very hard to stop from that distance. So, with 76 minutes on the clock, the score is Highfield 20, Old Wesley 5. And Cassidy will look to add the conversion points at 20 points to 5. Great pressure, great work by the Wesley pack. Powerfully finished by Cronin Gleeson. Cassidy with the conversion. And he makes no mistake. So, with 76 minutes on the clock, it's Highfield 20, Old Wesley 7. And Highfield will be hoping to finish out this game in the Wesley half. Taylor with the drop-off. And Taylor puts it high, dropping on the 22. O'Regan pops it out to Cassidy. Across the line to Josh Pym, who makes some great ground there. Cassidy. Long ball out the line, out to Costigan. O'Regan. Oh, a skip pass there by Cassidy. Cassidy again. Promising attack here by Wesley. But unfortunately, Thomas O'Callaghan steps in touch. And the referee has given a yellow card to Mark Dorgan. I didn't see the incident. He says it was a high tackle in the centre of the field, and Dorgan gets a yellow card. That will finish his participation in the game. He proclaims his innocence. The referee was adamant that it was a shoulder. So Highfield now down to 14. 78 minutes on the clock. Highfield 20, Old Wesley 7. Remember, the clock is not the referee's timing. He can give more time. O'Sullivan robs the line out. And Ryan Murphy sets it up. Bannon. Out to O'Connell. O'Connell always willing to carry that ball. And penalty against Highfield. Great defence by Old Wesley. They're not surrendering. And the referee not happy with something he heard there. Having words with Bannon and O'Sullivan. Brought the penalty forward 10 metres for talking. So Highfield need to watch their discipline. Cassidy goes into the corner. Wesley, 20 points to 7 down. Will be anxious to get more points on the board. Could be looking for the losing bonus here. Again, very well contested. And Highfield have secured the line out. Great work by O'Sullivan yet again. O'Sullivan and O'Connell, masterful in the line-up for Highfield. And Bannon finds his touch. And 80 minutes on the clock, but like I say, the referee has injury and stoppage time at his discretion. Wesley anxious to get some more points on the board. And again, Highfield disrupt the line out. Superb defensive line out work by Highfield there. Rochford sets it up. Bannon. Blocked. O'Regan. They spread it wide. Poffin off the wing. O'Regan. Well taken at his feet there by Rob O'Donovan. O'D charges forward. Cassidy throws a flat pass. Penalty against Highfield. McGann. O'Regan looking for the gap. Ball's gone backwards. And Poff wanted the fast one. Another yellow card for Highfield. Highfield's discipline is letting them down at this stage of the game. Ronan O'Sullivan this time to receive the card. Quick tap penalty. Highfield again, defending stoutly there on the line. Cassidy puts it outside. And unfortunately for Wesley, two of their players collide. Accidental offside. Scrum to Highfield. Scrum to Highfield. And now Highfield will have to think seriously about the numbers in their scrum. Highfield 20, Old Wesley 7. And we're in added time. Well, Highfield have the scrum. Highfield have the scrum. And what sort of numbers do they have for it? It looks like maybe a 7-man scrum. So Bannon will want to get this in and out very quickly as Wesley put the pressure on. As I say, Highfield 20 points to 7 in front. And we're in added time. Wesley looking for points. Highfield wanted to keep them at 7. The referee is not happy with the scrum. Scrum very unsettled at this late stage of the game. And again, with the break and play, just to thank our sponsors, Perfect Reception and STS for helping us, Perfect Perception for helping us bring this game to you on the live stream, and STS, our club sponsors. Bannon. Bannon. And this time, Highfield get the penalty for driving across on the scrum, and they'll be absolutely delighted with that because they were under severe pressure. Rochford getting a lot of pats on the back for his work in the scrum there. And Highfield penalty, Taylor. Kicks to touch. And there's a line out. 85 minutes on the clock. Line out to Highfield. And Rob Murphy to put into the line out. Highfield have been doing so well in the line out all game. They'll hope to secure this one and see this game out. O'Connell, always reliable at 2. O'Connell takes superbly. Bannon wrestling for it at the back. Kicks to touch. And referee Shane Cairns blows for full time. So your full time score here at Woodleigh Park. Highfield 20, Old Wesley 7. Top of the table clash. A very, very closely disputed game for a long time, but Highfield got a few superb scores in the second half. And now they will sit on top of the table on their own and look forward to the run into Christmas. Superb victory for Highfield. And Wesley, a very good side, but they came up against a better team in Highfield today. Highfield with the scores at vital parts of the game. Wesley's try at the end, a consolation. And again, thank you to everybody, all our members from around the world, for tuning in to our live stream, coming to you with the sponsorship of Perfect Perception, Ireland's leading hotel call provider. Make sure Ireland's hotels never miss a call. If you'd like to know more about Perfect Perception, check their website at www.reception.ie. And again, thank you to STS, our club sponsors. And remember that you can, if you're living abroad, you can contribute to the club by playing the club lotto online on the website www.highfieldrfc.ie. Jackpot is currently €3,400, and you can be part of it for just €2 a week, which would be a great help to the club. So from all of us here at Woodleigh Park, goodbye from a very happy Highfield with a victory of 20 points to 7 over Old Wesley, which leaves them top of the table. Thank you.
Oh, Errol won! I think that's Errol, my team. I play for Errol.
We're going to get out of it.
Okay, that's it.
Hey, Jerry, you'll have to get a cover. You have to get a cover stand, you know? You have to get a cover stand. You're throwing enough.
Not too bad.
Savvy.
Oh, you're playing rugby.
Don't know with the ear.
Thank you very much. Great job, well done.
Oh yes, Young Monsters, I think, is it? I see a ball. Thank you.
Good buddy. Oh, that's right. We sent it up in. No.